Yep, the title is right. We are reviewing Storm Pegasus in 2023. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy T-Flame, T-Fuego, T-Get It All, till I can't get no more. And today, we're going to be taking a look at Storm Pegasus, giving this guy a real review in 2023. Now, Storm Pegasus pretty much is the premier attack type. I gotta say, maybe the flagship attack type for Metal Fight, and pretty much a lot of Beyblades after. I think this Beyblade really established the protagonist attack type Beyblade, particularly being three-sided, and blue kinda, because right after this we had Valkyrie, which was three-sided, blue, and attack, and after that we had Drawn Sword, which is three-sided, blue, and attack. So Pegasus established a lot. And you know, if you know anything about Metal Fight, you know that Pegasus is not great, but competitively speaking, Pegasus is also not great, but it comes with one of the most valuable competitive parts in Rubber Flat, which is pretty much going to be the main reason why you're buying this blade. But I'm about to go over the prices and things like that, and this guy's overall value in 2023. But before I fully get into today's video, we got to shout out our sponsor, Mala Toys. Hey, yo, Mall Toys is where you can get some of the latest Beyblade releases like Shark Edge, right? And they also have pre-orders for next month's release. We got Drawn Dagger and Hell's Chain, yep, and Rhino Horn. All those are coming out next month, and there's only going to be one spot you're going to do that at, and that's where you're going to want to buy those purchases, and that's Mall Toys. You save 5% at checkout and support the channel. You use code TFLAME2K, and hey, if you want to get some other nerdy stuff, they got other nerdy stuff there too, like Japanese Pokemon cards and Legos. Definitely check out Mala Toys. Support the channel, and if you're a nerd like me and love Beyblades, it's going to be the spot to do it and get your stuff. Alright, now back to the video about Storm Pegasus. Now, if you grew up in America, most of your stadiums did not look like this. They were complete walls and didn't really have any pockets, unless you got, there were some weird Hasbro stadiums. Pretty much, well, if you didn't get the main stadium, which was always just a big old circle with a bunch of walls in it, you got the main stadium design, because Hasbro used literally the same stadium design, but just put different tattoos on it, from the beginning of Metal Fight all the way to where they started getting lazy in Metal Fury and just started making square shapes that didn't have any pockets, which made attack types real bad. In the West, attack types were horrendous. There was no reason to use attack types. I feel like the main reason why, I'd say probably one of the most iconic Beyblades over here is like Earth Eagle and Meteor Drago. I know those are popular in other places, but I think they're mainly popular here because when there's a wall and you don't have to, like, the biggest weakness of like an Earth Eagle or Meteor Drago is getting knocked out, and you remove the knocking out, then those Beyblades become really overpowered. And that's why, well, attack types really weren't used when I was growing up. But unless you had one of the Hasbro stadiums, the weird shape, it's like a weird, they had like 2 slots on the slide. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what, I'll put a picture right here or like somewhere. That's what I'm talking about. Like, they use those stadiums a lot, and I mean a lot. Like, there was like a bunch of different versions of these stadiums that were literally just copy paste, which, I mean, it's Hasbro, so you can't really be that, it's not really that surprising. But anyway, how does that relate about Storm Pegasus? Well, that's why Storm Pegasus really was not popular, but now it is, mainly because RF. But the rest of Storm Pegasus is bad. Like, in terms of value, you're not going to be buying this guy for anything other than the Rubber Flat, right? So, you know, but you may be thinking, like, why would you buy a whole Beyblade for one part? Well, I mean, EWD only comes on 2 Beyblades, and that is Nightmare Rex, from the Strongest Blader set, and Evil Befall, and maybe some other weird releases here and there, but those are the main 2. EWD does not come on a single bit. If you're getting EWD, you're spending at the bare minimum $50 for this part, and that's it. Like, you're not, like Evil Befall and Nightmare Rex, those Beyblades aren't even good. The only reason why those Beyblades are expensive, in addition to kind of like, I guess you could say being rare, is EWD. Really carries that a long way, especially when it comes to things like competitive and stuff like that. But anyway, so the whole idea of a Beyblade being like important for one part is not that like uncommon. There's a lot of Beyblades that are good for only one part, but the importance of that part, particularly for RF, is very high. With that being said, Pegasus, in terms of price, ranges a lot. You can find one really probably as cheap as like $5, $8. And you can find some in the upper tiers of like $30, $40. Well, I'd say the max you should pay from a Storm Pegasus is probably about $20, $30. Just because that's probably how you get the best RF on it. If you're buying authentic guaranteed. Now, if I'm not going to talk about, you can debate about what you like about mid fakes in the comments below. I'm not going to say whether I support them or don't support them. But if you're cool with mid fake Beyblades, you could probably get this for about like $15 or so. And the RFs on those aren't bad. Depending on what you get, because some mid fake RFs don't have this little hole in the middle. That's a big way to tell if it's mid fake or not. But those are an option as well. So Pegasus really is, you can get a range, but when it comes to authentic Pegasuses, the main thing that's going to determine its value is the RF. So for example, if you see a real cheap Pegasus for like $5, $6, $7, the RF is pretty much going to be probably non-existent. Now, very worn RFs can be used for like defense, but that's still like very niche. I think things like CS, RS, and stuff like that are better. If you want to use something for anti-attack, I would still just use like a fresh RF. So, used Pegasus, a cheap used Pegasus, is probably going to be not the way to go. You're going to want to get this guy with a relatively decent rubber flat. Now, like I said, but the good thing about Pegasus is though, even though it can get expensive for a good RF, because this was a flagship Beyblade, there is a whole lot of Pegasus that were produced. Both the Karatomi and Hasbro, there was a lot of Pegasus because this was the main character's Beyblade. So you got to keep in mind, like, there's a lot of these in the world, right? So getting a good RF, you might be able to get a good deal on a good RF, but really, it's going to come down to like just looking on the used market, looking on things like eBay. I really recommend, if you're trying to get a good Pegasus, Mercari is pretty much one of my best places where I recommend buying used Beyblades, because I mean, you can see a lot of good Mercari dealers. They have a good amount of pictures of the Beyblade, so you can get the quality of the Beyblade by looking at it for the most part. But when it comes to Storm Pegasus, really, you're buying this for, well, if you're starting your Beyblade collection, I mean, that it's good for collection purposes, but in terms of like competitive, you're really only buying this for RF. Well, 105 is good, but like it's outclassed by like W105 and other 105s that have wings because it can add more weight. But the amount of weight difference that the wings add, you could argue, is like maybe negligible. But well, you do get a low track and a low and a rubber performance tip, meaning like you're getting pretty much all you need for a good attack type combo, minus the few. Dang it, that's annoying. I was giving a sneeze and then the sneeze just dissipated. That irritated me. But anyway, Storm Pegasus. What is the value of it, and is Storm Pegasus worth it in 2023? I gotta say, I'd probably give this one a definite yes. Not a double definite yes, not a triple, a major triple yes, not no, but I just give this guy a solid yes. Because if you're building your Beyblade collection, you're going to want an RF, so this is going to be a good, Pegasus is always going to be a good place to start the collection, right? So I definitely recommend getting Pegasus in 2023, but, you know, we can't do this video without a battle. So, in the theme of Pegasus, we're going to battle this against Flame Sagittario. And, yeah, because we can't do a Beyblade video without a battle. Even though this is like a review, we still got to do a battle. So, let me know that, Pegasus, bro. You're supposed to also do the circle pattern, right? Which, Pegasus is a good practice Beyblade to practice attacks with. So, like, I'd say it's very useful. The utility you get on this guy is very high. Now, is the Pegasus itself the strongest Beyblade? No, but it's just the utility that comes with this guy is why I highly recommend Pegasus, right? Are there better Beyblades? Sure. But in terms of value, I gotta say Pegasus is up there. Come on, bro. You gotta knock out Flame. You gotta knock out Flame, bro. Bruh. Oh my god. Oh, Pegasus lost that. Hey, let me up the power. Let me use My fault. I was using this launcher, the legal launcher. Let's get illegal up. Well, this is legal. Like I'm not breaking any laws, but I'm saying like illegal in terms of I can't use this at a tournament. That's what I meant. Like this is a safe launcher. Don't make me put parental advisory in here. Okay, anyway, I'm kidding. So let's do this. Got it. All right. Oh yeah. Oh wait, I didn't get a good flower pattern. Wait, hold up. I got this. Wait, use the trick. Yeah, there we go. Was that cheating? I don't care. But Pegasus got good power with it. But oops, crud in the stadium. Yeah. Oh my god. See, I'm shooting at a weird angle. I'm gonna move the camera. Okay, I'm at a better angle now. When I always make the mistake of like not fixing my angle when I'm recording. There we go. Pegasus, you need to stop going outside this. Oh, Pegasus is also like very light, which is like okay. There we go. But yee. So overall, is Storm Pegasus good in 2023? Absolute. I mean, is it worth it in 2023? Yes. I'm gonna give it a solid, definite yes. Not a double major yes. Not anything else. Not a no. Not a no. This thing is good because essentially all you need to do is replace the fusion wheel and you got a real good Beyblade. So Pegasus is definitely worth it in 2023 and highly recommend it. If you get it used, get it whatever way you want to get it. I highly recommend Pegasus. So this has been the real review of Storm Pegasus. Comment down other Beyblades you want me to review in 2023 and we'll review if they're worth it or not. So again, is Pegasus worth it in 2023? Definite yes.